In this video, I'm going to show you 3 cool things that you can do with the CHI Web Framework. You'll notice here that we have the same page we made in the second video. So first of all, what I'm going to show you is validation. So if we go to the file, and this file was called demo2.esp, you can see this is the code that we wrote. So let's say that I want, let's say the last name, which is Carter in this case, to be a required field. So when the person tries to save it, and if they leave it blank, I want an error message to come up. Well, how difficult is it to do that? Well, in the framework, it is extremely easy. All we need to do is add a simple procedure called CHI Web Validate. It takes 2 arguments. The first argument is the name of the field. So in this case, it's surname. Just copy and paste that. And the second argument is the rules that we want to apply. In this case, I want it to be a required field, so I'm going to write required equals true. Okay, save that. I'm going to refresh the page, edit mode, delete the last name, and we'll see if it comes up with an error. And there we are. Simple error message saying that it's required. So I'll type that back in and save, and there we go. It's let me through. See how easy that was? All you need to do is keep repeating this line as many times as you want. So if I wanted the same thing on the first name, I would just do that. You can also combine several validations in one go. So for example, if for some very strange reason we wanted a maximum number of characters for the surname, I could just go comma max length, let's say something ridiculous like 4, so 4 characters. So I'm going to refresh the page, edit mode, and of course Carter is 6 characters long, so when I click save, a maximum of 4 characters is required. Okay, let's call them cart, and it's let me save it. And there are many other validation rules. There is minimum length, there is a range of numbers if you want a range. There's also several date formats which you can validate, as well as valid emails and all kinds of things, even a UK postcode. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Now the second thing is something which I think is pretty good, which is the message boxes. Now, you saw the message come up there before. So for example, if I save again, you'll see this message box come down which will say save changes. There you go, changes saved. But what if I wanted my own message box? Well, let's say I want it to say, let's say something cheesy just for example. Let's say it's going to say, hello there, welcome to the page. How do I get that to happen? Well, it's very easy. At the start of the page, just underneath the header, I can write CHI web message, display, display message box. So this takes 3 arguments. The first argument is the type of message box. So there are 2 types, information or error. So I'm going to say information. The second argument is the title. So I'm going to say hello there. Oops. And the third and final argument is the text itself, the actual message. So I'm just going to say welcome to the page. Save it, and now whenever this page loads up, that message will appear. Refresh the page, hello there, welcome to the page. So that's just a silly example, but for your apps you may have important messages you want to convey, such as, maybe something which was running is now finished, or something has been added, or some other kind of thing. And of course there's also the error type. So I'll change information to error, and it turns red to get the person's attention more. So there's all kinds of uses you can come up with for that. The final cool thing I wanted to show you is the Ajax search. Now, to do an Ajax search, I'll just close this file. I've actually got an example already working, which I'll show you here. It comes as part of the demo files. So this is the Ajax search. So if I type in, this is searching my customers table. So if I type in the letter S, well, instantly, without needing to press anything, comes up with all of the customers whose names begin with S. And if I type 2 letters, so SM, it comes up with Smith. So how easy is it to get that to work? Well, it's amazingly easy with the framework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another search page from scratch just to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to open my favorite text editor and create a new blank file, and I'm going to save this file as demo search.esp. Okay, and now the obligatory open and closing tags. We'll do the normal CHI web header, and I'll call the title My Demo Search. And then we end it with CHI web footer. If you've watched the previous videos, you'll know exactly what they do. And what are we going to put in here? Well, believe it or not, we're only going to put in one line of code. CHI web, search box and results. Now this only has two arguments, the first of which is the address of another file which will actually provide the search results. So in which case, in a moment we'll create that file. I think we'll call it demo search results.esp. And the second and final argument is the placeholder text for the search box. So I'm going to say e.g Smith. Okay, so that's saved. Now let's see what it looks like. We'll go to my page, which is demo search.esp, and there we are. So we haven't written much to get that to work. It's 3 lines of code, and that's including the header and the footer. And there we are. But of course, if we try it out, you'll find it won't work. Error fetching results. Please check your internet connection and try again. Well, we have to write this page, demo search results.esp. That will provide the actual results. So I'll again create another new file, save it, call it demo search results.esp. So what do I put in this file? Well, as I said, this is the file that needs to get our results for us. So just to prove it's working, I'm going to say web output, I don't know, results go here. And we'll try typing something in, and there we go. We've got the message saying results go here. Okay, but we wanted to say something a bit more useful. So how do we get this page here to find out what the person typed in the text box? Well, in the framework, any search term is entered is always passed to the search script, which in this case is demo search results.esp, as a variable called search term. So let's just declare a string to hold this, so we'll call it searched for, and we'll get search term by using a web parameter search term, and we want to hold search term in our variable called searched for. So we'll change this to say you searched for searched for. Okay, let's try that. Type in S. You search for S. There we go. You search for Smith. Okay, so now we've got this. I think you'll know from your experience in using Equinox that it's actually quite easy. The next stage. So all we need to do is say subtable customer, because that's the table I'm searching. Set index to I surname. And I want to say first record while not sys error end while and end subtable. So this will go through all of the records in the customer table. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to check each record to see if it begins with our search term. So we'll say if searched for, if surname begins with searched for, then end if, then web output surname. And I'll just add a line break on the end of that. Okay, so if the search term which is entered, if the surname in the record begins with the search term which was entered, then it will output that surname to the browser. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, S, and there we are. I'll type M, S, M, there we are. Try another one, B, C, there we are. All fully working. Now you could even make this more stylish by, instead of just displaying the results of web output, you could just put it into an array and then display it using the list my records procedure, which will then put it into a nice neat table for you. But I think you get the idea. So that's all I wanted to show you from the framework. I hope these videos have given you an idea of just how easy it is to get going really quickly in creating your Equinox web interface. Please read more about it, ask us any questions, we'll be happy to answer them.